And of course, Kelechi Iheanacho that had his first ever hat trick in football. People have been saying that he's been, chopping money, eating, and all of that. So right now he needs to sit up, and he's doing that already. So hopefully we'll see him. You want to say something?
Yeah, about Kelechi Iheanacho.
Yeah.
Before the last Nations Cup that we went in 2019, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
Well, in 2019, before we went to the Nations Cup, they were picking the team, and there was plenty of conversation who to pick and who to drop. And I categorically tweeted this, and I said, I also tagged him anyway. I said, picking Kelechi Iheanacho in this squad would destroy his career. They should not pick him, they should drop him, not because I hate him, but because it will help him sit up. Because if he's sitting on the bench at Leicester, he couldn't play at Man City now, he's at Leicester, he couldn't play. If he's sitting on the bench regularly and you pick him for the Nations Cup, you're trying to tell him that, now racism make the need pick me for this team. I would have been playing regularly, but because you don't like me, look at this coach like me. And it's not about sentiment. They should let him fight for his team because he's a young player. And Kelechi, historically, I've been playing since 2013, if I'm not mistaken, professionally. He has not played 15 consecutive games. With all his prodigious talent, his amazing ball control, his magical left leg, one of the best players that were produced from under 17. And we have also produced people like Kanu Akobo. He is one of the best players. If you're compiling top 10 players since 1985 up until now, Kelechi Iheanacho's name will be there in terms of talent. But in terms of playing time on the field, he's not had it. And he blocked me fast. And I didn't bother because to me, that was like, childish. Fast forward after the Nations Cup. We went to the Nations Cup, they didn't pick him, and it felt good, because for me, I like, okay, the coach stood the reason well. That's where I got respect for Genetro. Since after that Nations Cup, his game has gone up. That big tummy that we used to see have dropped.
Yeah.
He stepped up. Every opportunity he's gotten, he's realized that I need to prove a point. I need to do something. If I don't, I might not even play for the Nigerian national team. My game will go into oblivion. He still doesn't play regularly, but every time he plays, I was amazed that yesterday he was playing, and he was always drifting in the middle, forcing Jamie Vardy to go wide. People always argue that him and Jamie Vardy cannot play together. They played together. Jamie Vardy actually gave him 2 assists, and then the third goal was assisted by his own brother, his own boy, Wilfred Ndidi. And, you call that assist because Ndidi gave him that ball, but that was clear improvisation. And that's the same Kelechi Iheanacho that I saw at the under-17, whipping the ball with his left foot, just, take everybody. Sheffield United is who they play, yes, but he scored a hat-trick. And we give him credit for that, akin to the kind of hat-trick that Kanu Akobo scored against Chelsea when Arsenal were 2 goals down in 1 October some years back. 1999, October 1999, in 15 minutes. Those kind of moments will not repeat itself every day, but those kind of moments would always remind us of who he is. What is left of Kelechi Iheanacho right now is to do that consistently. What makes players great is not what they do once in a while, but what they do consistently. I'm not saying he's going to score a hat-trick every match, but let him put up that kind of performance and force the hand of the coach to say, you know what, Jamie Vardy is going to be your go-to man, but you need me in this team. And if focus is on Jamie Vardy, I'm going to be the guy who would take the ball and stick it into the net, because it's more like every chance he got, he scored. Every chance Kelechi Iheanacho got in that game, he scored, and which is very, very good. 5 goals to the good, fantastic. I just hope that he finds the consistency. Talking about Henry Onyekuru. Henry Onyekuru went to play in Belgium, was signed in Belgium. Is it Belgium or France? He didn't do well. He had to go back to Turkey. On his debut, return, he scored, and he's been scoring the goals. Now he should find consistency to it. People don't just get invited to the national team. The national team already have players that are playing, and they are doing well. The thing is, Osimhen also have not been able to find his bearing in Napoli. Yes, he scored recently, but he's not been able to find his bearing. There is injury, there is sickness, there is COVID, there is all of that. So these guys are knocking on the door. If they can be consistent, they obviously might be able to take Victor Osimhen's place, and they should be consistent. But the crying nation on social media should realize that a coach is responsible for a job. And let's be very, very honest. Onuachu, I feel for him. I really feel for him. Scoring that number of goals.
Exactly.
But when you come to the national team, understand that it's survival for the fittest. The team is not going to be angled to favor you. You know how the national team plays. You have been lucky to miss with the boys. When you come in, take your chances. Let's be honest. He doesn't have that thing that makes you like him. All the people that are saying, Onuachu score, they don't even have his video clip. When he plays in the national team, his game look like he's not interested. In Pidgin English, he never put body for the game. He just they play like they go back to my club. It doesn't show that hunger. One of the things that people like about Victor Osimhen, Victor Osimhen is the kind of player that can be very, very annoying in terms of communication with people. Victor Osimhen is the most annoying. Like, he's on the same level with Aruna Lukman. Like when you talk about annoying, Victor Osimhen is bloody annoying, rude, recalcitrant. That's the word. Let's call it what it is. But when you see Victor Osimhen wear the Super Eagles jersey or is playing on the field, you will forget about all that black sheep, all those I don't like him, and you will fall in love with him because he gives his all. Sometimes that's what we need. You need an Eric Cantona. What's it called? Zlatan Ibrahimovic is not a nice guy. He's rude. He's arrogant, yes. But when he's playing, you fall in love with him. Cristiano Ronaldo does look rude. But he might not be. Messi too might be a tyrant. But when he's playing, you fall in love with him. When Onuachu gets to play for the national team, let him force us to fall in love with him. I'm not going to be a bandwagon person. No, he doesn't play the football that would make me get attracted to him when he's on the field. He should forget about granting 1 million interview. I don't care about that. Play football. You're a footballer. You're not a journalist. When you become a journalist, you can do 1 million interview. Right now, play the football when you play for the national team. That's all I can say.
Talking about Iheanacho, consistency is his problem.
Yeah.
His talent has never been in doubt.
Nobody's arguing that.
Nobody's arguing that. Now, I think the problem he's having with, at Leicester is that one, Vardy doesn't seem to drop, if not recently anyway. And, Brendan just wants to give him that chance. But just that he's not be able to take it. That's just his problem. Now, since, I think, 3rd of February now, he has scored 7 goals. 7 goals. I think he has scored 10 goals, in our competition this season. And that was the same number of goals he scored last season. But, he has a very good chance to improve on it. So, his consistency between now and the end of the season will be very important. Both for him and Leicester, and also for the national team, because it's not all about scoring Hattrick against Sheffield. No, I'm not trying to say Sheffield is a big team. No, but how many players, of course, Hattrick against Sheffield. But it's all about that consistency. It's all about knowing that, look, I'm a striker and I must deliver. Kudos to Brennan. He has been able to find a way to fix both him and Vardy in the same team. Because many people have been saying that they can't play together. But right now, it seems that there's a chemistry, that something is trying to work out in training. Since Vardy is not scoring, he might be providing, because we've seen Vardy not providing recently. Since he can't score, let's try Iheanacho. And okay, so it's not left for Iheanacho to take that chance. Because for me, the ball is his court right now.
You are listening to Elegbete TV Radio.